Okay, I think that's pretty much everyone. If anybody's not joined, they'll just have to read the transcript. Okay, hello all. Thank you for coming to our second press conference. We still remain committed to transparency. To start off, I'd like to announce to the public that I have appointed former Vice President and Deputy Secretary of State Andy Sapelli to serve as Executive Secretary of Defense. Andy and I have worked together in various aspects of the community, including here in the military, and I have full confidence and faith in his ability to handle the administrative portion of the department. Moving on, I'd like to shed some light on our conflict with North Korea. Our armed forces are working tirelessly to defend our nation and its interests, with skirmishes having taken place on the North-South Korean border and in its surrounding area. Although our forces have now been ordered to withdraw from the joint security area due to a ceasefire agreement between the North and South Korean governments, which came into effect yesterday, the Department of Defense remains committed to eliminating all foreign threats. With that in mind, we are still engaging the North Korean armed forces in other points of interest, with our first official battle taking place tomorrow on Wednesday the 13th. I have full confidence in our United States Marine Corps to deliver a decisive victory against the tyrannical communists in North Korea. With tensions continuing to rise within OUN, the United States Marine Corps will engage in joint training, exercises, and operations with other foreign militaries, with exercises currently being prepared and scheduled with the South Korean military and the newly formed NATO alliance, which the Department of State announced a few days ago. Lastly, I'd like to announce a new Department of Defense initiative developed in collaboration with the United States Marine Corps Command Staff, Famous Ork, and Consul Jordan. They were very helpful, and I couldn't have done it without them. I'm so very proud of them. But the program is aimed at boosting the number of personnel enlisted within our armed services. We recognize that while war is won on strategy, it also requires people to carry out this strategy on the battlefield. The program, the Provisional Return to Service Program, allows individuals who have served in our nation's military within the past 2 years, whether this is the US Army or the newly formed Marine Corps, to temporarily return to service for the duration of the war, with the requirement for basic military training waived if you meet the eligibility requirements. So that is, if you have served in the past 2 years in our military, you can just go on straight back. Just welcome back. The form for that will be coming out shortly. I encourage you all to sign up if you want to serve our great country and defeat some communists on the battlefield, and don't want to do 20 trainings to come back and serve your country. And it's completely, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just come back voluntarily or we'll draft you. I'll be working with Fate to get that done as soon as possible. And that pretty much concludes our press conference. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Yeah. When are we nuking Korea? I don't know. I don't really feel like nuking them just yet, but we can't rule that out. Are you done? What are these questions? What are these stupid questions? Can we ask them real questions? Representative Decora, what's your question? You know what, Decora? I have a question for you. Why are you so fat? Sit down. Okay, Muhammad. Is Muhammad in the voice chat? Okay, I'll read out. Mr. Muhammad is asking if DPRK breaks ceasefire, and just bear with him. He's a little slow. And they missile us. Uh-huh. Um, um, I don't know what you mean. There we go. This is so confusing. I'm just so confused. If anybody can help me out. Um, if DPRK breaks ceasefire, what is DOD going to do to those aliens? Yeah, what Christy said. We don't have a ceasefire with North Korea. That is South Korea. So there is no ceasefire to break. We're going to continue bombing the North Koreans because they are savages on the battleground. They are absolutely savage. They keep air striking us with their OP artillery, and we don't like that. We're going to strike back harder than ever. We're going to absolutely destroy them tomorrow. And if you want to join into that destruction, I encourage you to sign up to our provisional return to service program that is recently announced just now. So yeah, there'll be a Google form for the eligibility. It's really easy. It's like 3 questions and a bunch of tick boxes. Basically saying, do you understand that you sign your life away to the DOD? And then we just sign you up and you're right in at E2 or E3. Either one. I think it's E2. And you can, you just enlisted just like that. I'm so proud. Okay, that concludes the press conference, unless anybody else has some serious questions. Organized Darren, what's your question? Was that fun zona, Andy? Andy Sapelli. I'll have to get back to you on that. I think there's some policies. Okay, organized Darren, do an ask a question. Will you join me in laughing at North Korea for every time they try and get started by DHS? Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but from what I have seen on the battlefield, they're not very skillful. They're not very skilled in the art of warfare like me and Concealed Jordan are. Concealed Jordan is the finest military strategist I've ever seen, and I'm like fully confident he's going to absolutely annihilate them tomorrow. Do you plan to see our troops off to the battle tomorrow? I'll actually be at the battle tomorrow. I'll be on the sidelines watching from afar. I would actually be fighting if I didn't get wounded in action 2 years ago in Iraq. No, it was Algeria. I was in Algeria. I got shot by a terrorist. So I'm totally out of commission, but I will be there for moral support. Organized Darren is a battlefield. I can't be taking civilians into a battlefield. That is very unsafe. It's very safe for me because I'll be wearing like the little vest and stuff. Yeah. Yes, exactly. If you want to watch the battle tomorrow, that takes place tomorrow, Wednesday, the 13th of August. If you want to spectate the battle, you need to enlist. You need to sign up to the provisional return to service program that will be released after this press conference. You will get to skip for your basic intake. You'll be just given a gun, given a rifle, and given a little Google Doc that just tells you how to shoot your gun and stuff. Um, and we just wait, and we just sign you right up into the First Marine Division, ready to fight some communists, if that makes sense. Oh, PMC has a little question on the sign. Are this bombardments in revenge of the kidnappings and other incidents? Yeah, so North Korea, they're actually very vicious. They do love to kidnap our officials, and we will retaliate to any hostile action they may commit, as we have been for the past 2 weeks, if that made sense. Okay, I think that pretty much concludes the press conference. I'm not going to be answering any more questions. Um, just follow MP on the way out. The door's that way, um, just behind you. Thank you all for attending, and transcripts will be released once Funzone does his job properly and actually does something. Okay.